Hey, my name is Jobby, and we're looking at the MoShow Toys Sengoku Majin GoShogun. The hell is this? It's not a Transformer, it's not Godzilla, it's nothing that you guys give a crap about. However, this obscure super robot is just so damn peak that I gotta talk about it. And I gotta talk about Manscaped.com, the sponsor of this video. If you ever wanted to cleanly and cheaply shave your face, check out Manscaped's The Chairman Plus Electric Foil Shaver, which looks amazing on its own, and it's gonna give you an amazing shave. To help with that, you get 2 interchangeable blade heads. The 3-blade foil shaver is designed to handle up to 3 days of growth, and the built-in skin-safe and flex-adjust technology naturally adapts to the contours of your face, which helps to reduce razor burn and irritation while getting that skin close smooth feel, which is exactly what I need after just 2 days. Jesus H. Christ. After you're done exercising your demons, you could just wash that off in the sink, since the Chairman Plus is waterproof. As for that other blade head, the precision trimmer attachment is perfect for those finishing touches, giving you those clean lines along the neckline, sideburns, and jawline. The connection for both of these heads is solid, so don't worry about it popping off during your shave and ruining your life. You can also keep track of its battery life with this tri-level LED indicator. Fully rechargeable for up to 60 minutes of runtime, which is more than enough to get your business done. I think most of us could get away with the 5-minute quick charge feature. Lets you charge up and shave in a pinch. Also, there's a travel lock feature, so it's not gonna go buzzing in your bag while you're on the go. And you should be on the go to Manscaped.com. Use my promo code JOBBY to get 20% off your entire order, plus free shipping. And if for some reason you change your mind about getting a beautiful shave, what's wrong with you? There's a 30-day money-back guarantee. You can also probably use this on your balls. Links in the description, by the way. Thanks to the Show Z store for giving this to me for free. Or in this case, Gundamit.com. But after messing around with it on my Just Playing stream, subscribe to Jobby too, I would have totally paid for it. Totally. GoShogun is a mecha anime from the 80s, you don't care. It features a giant super robot, of course, but it takes an interesting approach to the obligatory combination. Rather than have a few big robots combined into an even bigger robot, this set consists of a smaller mecha that can split into 3 components, and those components combine with this main body, which is just... We'll talk about the small robo later, but for now, attach the horn and these arm guards, and what a beast of a mecha! The painting and the sculpting of this figure is amazing. This is a radical redesign of a retro robot, adding an insane amount of mechanical detail to an otherwise goofy-looking guy. But not gonna lie, I love the original. Basically how this would look in live action, I swear that's a compliment. It takes the best parts of some of my favorite mecha designs and blends them up into a cohesive mass of appeal. Really digging these big guff shoulders. This ain't no Zaku, boy, no Zaku. The Optimus color scheme, the face of a... Did you think? I mean, come on, right? Also, it's got the helmet of the original Megazord, and the head is where I start Kumi. Penis. Carefully crack open the scalp to reveal this LED unit. Batteries not included, unfortunately. Insert 2 AG1 batteries, something that anyone just has lying around. Take this little magnet, which is actually the MoShow Toys logo. Go ahead and tap his face, and yeah, boy. Tap it again to get a pulsing effect. It pulses very slowly. And tap it one more time to turn it off. The lights don't turn off automatically. Hell yeah! So you can keep these beautiful lights on for as long as the batteries last, which applies to another part of the figure. This jetpack features beautiful detailing. I love the burn effect on the thrusters. And to attach it, you just remove this back cap, and that simply plugs in. This would be fine as it is, but remove this little part, don't lose it. Unscrew it, screwdrivers included, by the way, and insert 2 AG13 batteries, which again, everyone and their mother has. Tap it with the MoShow Toys logo. It's a bit hard to find that sweet spot, but when you do, wow, beautifully painted thrusters look even better all lit up. But we're not even done. These included effect parts are supposed to represent the GoShogun's final move, the Go Flasher, which is what they called me in prison. Shout out to my Just Playing chat, by the way. Subscribe to Jobby too. There's no other way I know the term Go Flasher, and now I will forget it. Remove this backpack cap, which reveals the slots that you plug in the effect parts into. Very nice. Reminds me of the Wings of Light from Evangelion. Check out that video if you haven't already. And let's turn off the lights to get the full effect. tap the back with a magnet and... I understand that light-up features aren't necessary to make a figure good, but I can't help but be dazzled. Merry freaking Christmas, I love this shit. Also makes that price easier to swallow. Tap it again to get another animated pattern. Another time for a pulsing effect. Again, it pulses very slowly. And another time to keep it still for as long as you want, until you tap it again to turn it off. If I had to complain about anything so far, it's the sheer amount of obscure coin batteries that you gotta stock up on. Because if you can believe it, there's another light up feature. First of all, beautiful pecs, X. Unlatch the chest, open it up, pull it out, unscrew and insert 3 more AG13 batteries from the famous AG13 battery store. The instructions seem to mention a button. Maybe it doesn't, I can't read Chinko. But before you desperately try to squeeze the chest and end up in prison, hate the logo once again and... oh, fuck! It's bright and beautiful, I'm busted! Tap it again to increase the heart rate, which is how I feel right now. Call my doctor. Tap it another time for a pulsing effect. Again, pulses slowly. And another time to keep it still. And again, it doesn't shut off until you tap it one more time. These incredible light-up features and the figure's design already make this a winner in my dumbass book. But there's quite a bit more to cover. Starting with some alternate hands. I'd recommend heating up the hands a little bit just to be on the safe side. These clips are pretty tight. And you can swap out these fists for a pair of relaxed hands, open hands, and 3 different grabby hands. This hand with the circle hole is good for my cock. This die-cast metal rod, where you can attach this epic battle axe. It can even extend as a sort of auto-transformation gimmick. This grabby hand that's a little more open can grab onto this included sword, which is super cool despite being a glorified dinner fork. Not made of die-cast metal, surprisingly, but still be careful. Ah, shit. And finally, these trigger finger hands can grab onto this big fuck-off gun. Now, this gun would be enough if it just looked nice and had no features at all. But boy, this magazine is actually functional. Also, any gun fuckers in the chat, feel free to criticize my terminology here. Just don't come to my house and shoot me. Within the magazine, you'll find a few rounds, which are all individually painted and sculpted. What? The casing seems to be made out of plastic, but the actual bullet is definitely die-cast metal. Just hear how it tinks when you drop it. Loading up the mag feels really nice thanks to some spring-loaded action. Pull on the back, attach the mag, lock it into place with this button, open this sliding door, and then you give it a little... God bless these United States. What a fun feature. And it'd make for a great fidget toy for all my mentally ill viewers. Oh wait, that's all of you. Just don't lose any of these or I will cry. The gun could do this too. Hell yeah. The only thing this gun can't do is take on my ex-wife. Actually shoot. If this had some kind of missile launching gimmick, I'd be a happy man. However, if you twist and remove the tip, unscrew that part to reveal yet another LED unit, insert 2 more AG13 batteries, my lord, tap it with the logo, and now you can effectively pretend that it's firing. Tap it again for a pulsing feature, and 1 more to turn it off. Pretty damn cool, but kind of underwhelming for the final light-up feature. As for his final set of accessories, not including the little guy, which we'll talk about soon, you get a big-ass base, which proudly displays the GoShogun logo, as well as MoShow Toys. They deserve to be a bit egotistical at this point. And the main figure itself has some magnets at the bottom of the feet, which of course allows it to magnetize onto the base. Sugoi! But not completely necessary, seeing as the figure has no trouble standing up on its own. You also get another die-cast metal rod, plugs into this X piece, magnetized to the base, remove this tank cover to reveal the iconic GoShogun pussy, and that allows for some aerial poses! I know I said the word, but before we get into the swivel sesh, it's undeniable that the figure looks incredible. But looks could only get you so far, I should know. If a 10 out of 10 figure falls apart or otherwise flops around as soon as you touch it, then it ain't a 10 out of 10. Well, I'm glad to report that this figure is solid! Not only does it have a significant heft, thanks to an abundance of die-cast metal, I'm sure the entire internal structure of this figure is made out of metal. The joints are smooth and stable, but none of them are clicky. MoShow Toys seems to be allergic to ratchet joints. Not a deal breaker, just my personal preference. I just hope that over time these friction joints don't loosen up, but for now it feels very nice to explore this figure's incredible range of Poseability! Ball joint at the head and the base of the neck. Every ball joint can be a swivel. The neck can extend a little bit, looks up that far and looks down that far. Hinge joint swivel at the shoulder pad. Hinge joint, you get a butterfly joint. Base of the shoulder can move out. Arm moves out. Hinge joint, bicep swivel. Double bend at the elbow. Swivel here. Ball joint at the wrist. Every ball joint. For the size of the hands, they could have included articulated fingers, but it's not a big deal. Hinge joint at the chest and the waist, as well as this little hinge joint, allow for a beautiful ab crunch, which gives you some piston action at the back. Some side to side, reveals some new detail. Double ball joint at the front skirt allows them to move up. This entire crotch piece can hinge joints are actually pretty tight here, but you can shift them pretty dramatically. And some side to side. Side skirts move out and swivel. Ball joint at the back skirts, but can also by way of this hinge joint. This hinge jointed rod allows the leg to extend a little bit, which allows for a crazy kick and can move back that far. He's got a OPTIMUS Prime! Thigh swivel, double bend at the knee, and oh, look at all those shifting armor bits. Come on, one more time. Oh, yeah! Hinge joint, ankle guard can shift up and swivel. Hinge joint, swivel at the ankle, moves up and down. Toe can bend downwards, another toe bend, and a ridiculous pivot. Poseability on this figure is amazing! Without the need to accommodate for a complex transformation, like I'm used to, the articulation is virtually limitless. And I really appreciate the instructions having a full poseability guide. More articulated, expensive figures should have this. And if you haven't noticed by now, this guy is big. A Soul of Chogokin figure at this scale would cost $800. Bet. Size comparison time. Here's Figma Matic Economy, Haya Toys Godzilla, the Magic Square Light-Up piece, not Optimus Prime. My previous review, the Transformers MPG Super Jinrai. My previous MoShow Toys, the Takeda Shingen, and Dake. And this included Little Guy. Don't know if it has a name, so I'll leave it up to chat. I vote for bitch. Ain't a little cutie? A proportionate and detailed little cutie, this is an impressive mech on its own. I just wish it was a little more solid. Scalp untabs for no reason, this cockpit untabs for no reason, and the upper body tends to separate. But other than that, it's not a complete flopper and doesn't exactly feel fragile. And this whole deal is obviously for the transformation. But before we do that, this has its own poseability. Ball joint at the head, every ball joint. Looks far not that much and looks down that far. There's a hinge joint at the shoulder that allows it to shift up. Ball joint at the shoulder allows for rotation. Hinge joint, and that allows the arm to move out. Bicep swivel, that's a bit too tight for the size. Bend at the elbow. Nothing at this tiny fist. Also, I wish this part would plug in. You get a crunch. Hinge joint at the wings. A waist swivel. Tiny ball joint at the front skirts. And the side skirts can move out. Ball joint at the hips. Rotation. Can move back that far. Beautiful spread. Thigh swivel. Bend at the knee. Hinge joint at these ankle fins. Hinge joint here, a tight ball joint at the ankle, and every ball joint, of course, a toe bend, and a pivot. Poseability here is not bad at all. Way more than expected from a figure of this size. And just like the main figure, it also has magnets at the bottom of the feet, which allows it to magnetize on the base for even crazier poses. The instructions also go in depth about this figure's articulation. Very much appreciated. And I also very much appreciate the transformation. To think we got this far into the video without some royalty-free jazz. I was just about to have a realistic panic attack. You also get these effect parts and 3 stand arms. Hinge joint, hinge joint, hinge joint, hinge joint, swivel. Those plug into each component and they all have a magnet at the bottom. So this was less of a transformation and more of a separation, but the tiny ship modes that result are pretty dang nifty. But admittedly, those effect parts are doing a lot of the visual heavy lifting, because without them, this is just a dismembered robot. A classic example of a super robot excuse mode. But I'm not complaining one bit, except for this one bit of parts forming. This thruster block doesn't go anywhere when it's not in use. I suppose you can store it in the main body, along with the rest of the ships. Let's go ahead and combine them. Did I say combination? I meant mini-con storage. And I wish they'd actually snap into place, but I could swear that on this part at least, there's a slight magnetic pull. Die-cast metal, I think. But whatever magnets are going on here, if any, it's not enough to keep it in place. No skin off my ass, it's a fun little feature regardless. And this was a fun big figure overall. While the little dude could have used some work, the main figure is a banger of a display piece. Such an insane glow up from MoShow Toys. They already knocked the ball out of the park with their samurai Totally Not Gundams. But this thing's ball is in outer space. I'm not a writer. I'll definitely keep an eye out for MoShow Toys' future figures. Hell yeah, dude. I think I found my Chogokin killer. What a month of love it has been. And what a rare mood I'm in. Why, it's almost like being in love. I've got a smile. All right, let's not get age restricted again. Thanks for watching, thanks for your continued support, and a big shout out to all my members and patrons. I'ma start shouting out my Leader Class members and Triple Kiss patrons, and the names of my Deluxe Class members and Double Kiss patrons should be scrolling soon. Starting with my Leader Class members, Sin of Wrath, Jonathan Coco, Sonic Plays 0679, Boxhead, The Uncle Show, Squardzilla, Taksumi, Scarlet Scout 259, Mothman, Gay Emma, Super Duper Boy, Cognaros, Puppy Nickel, God of All Daleks, Cam After Dark, a random YouTuber, Depressed Tomioka, Oliver Ramos, Crazy Dia64, Nathalia, Mayday, Papa Maku, The Crazy Minnesotan, Breakaway TA, Joseph Leroy, Archeon 5, Kana Candy, Saber Redfin, Dim Sum Garbage, Melania Blada McKella, SSJ Broly 2001, Dan, Autism Guy, Astro Beast 057, Toy Scourge TV, Luxana, Jonas RT, Kamen Rider KFP, and Zelda Gamer LD401. As for my Triple Kiss patrons, Kenneth Smith, User Kier, Adam Boy, Blueberry, Melania Goddess of Rot, Ian, The Rukiri Savage, Midori, Deathy Dash, Lol Attack, Baron Zepp, A Small Cookie, BFast 2000, Mama Munix, Brian Denna, Kong Meng, Caleb Horton, Jonathan Coco, Zach Carney, Delta Vortex, Incinerator 4444, Mr. Jaxo, Fate, Boney's Network, Autism, Austin Sabatino, Tropic Panda, Tiger Boy, Z-Naki Artsy, Smithy Killer, Tarn the Robot Layer, Morris Voices, Gorgongus, Cam After Dark, Dim Sum Garbage, That's Katsuragi Bit, Nozarashi Kenpachi, Not Modding 21, Cognaros, The Blue Pixeling Entertainment, Roxy Fox, Luxana, 12 Acre Sunshine, Scarlet Scout, Artist 101, Harry McStrange, Josh Montemayor, Nathalia Munoz, Mighty Sneck, Kenneth Rodman, The Gaming Demon, Jur, Striker 374, Mingy Caesar, Mr. Jenkins, Weed Horse Theo, and Michael McLaughlin. Thanks for your continued support. Look forward to the Failbox stream. Use my hashtag. I look forward to TFCon LA. I'll see you there, hopefully. Make sure to come to our booth. We're gonna be selling con-exclusive merch and even some of my old figures. It only took me 3 years to set up.